I want to tell you a few stories that will crystallize what this period in our history is about. It's 1994. It's Mother's Day. A young boy, 9 years old. His name's James Darby. And his mama and their family decide that they want to have a picnic. They leave their house, they walk down the street to A.L. Davis Park. For those of you that live in the 13th Ward around me, it's on the corner of Washington and Simon Boulevard. So he and his mama and his sisters go to the park. There were a lot of other families and mamas there sitting for a while, and then somebody decided to play a little pickup football game. As they played, one of the players got knocked down. And when he got up, he said something to little James. The other boy's sister got upset, and a little scuffle broke out. And during the scuffle, the little sister got hit by an elbow in the eye, and she left the park. She was crying. She went home with her little brother, and when she got home, they told their older brother, Joseph, about it, and Joseph got really upset. See, Joseph had been drinking all day, and someone had disrespected his little sister. Unbeknownst to anyone else, his little sister, who was around 14, was pregnant. So Joseph's father, who had left years ago, left Joseph to take care of his family. See, he was the man of the house. He had to avenge his family's honor. So he and his little brother Michael got in the back of the car, and they went back to A.L. Davis Park. Now, by this time, James and his mama and the other families were heading home. They were walking down the street. And Joseph and Michael pulled up next to the group. Joseph stuck out a shot-off shotgun out of the window and fired into the crowd. Before that day, we believe Joseph had never fired a gun before. But this time, when he fired the gun, it hit James in the head. He died, 9 years old, on that Mother's Day. 6 days before that day, a letter arrived at the White House addressed to President Clinton. And this is what the letter said, quote, "I'm afraid for my life. I'm afraid that something is going to happen to me." And it was signed by James Darby. And you know what? Something did happen. And this singular incident encapsulizes one of the great tragedies in America today. People on the street being killed by others. The pain and the agony of losing a child for both the family of the victim and the family of the perpetrator. Because you see, both of these children, James and Joseph, are gone. One taken from us too soon. The other, Joseph, today, is 36 years old. He's been in Angola for 17 years. And he will be there for the rest of his life. We must protect James, and we must save Joseph. Joseph had some learning disabilities, but the schools never picked that up. Joseph had a neighborhood that didn't have good programming in it. Joseph had been shot twice in his teenage years. We must save Joseph too, because when we save him, you see, we save ourselves, and we save James. We save all of our sons. The pain and the agony of both of these mothers at once falling into a deep downward spiral of despair is something that has plagued the city of New Orleans and this great country for too long. Common pain, common agony, common suffering that only a mother can feel in the depths of her soul when a parent lives to see the death of a child. That, my friends, is unnatural.